Oh, my friends, there's no leaving now. No! No! Once you've entered the estate, you're here forever, my friends. Howdy, folks! How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where the final days of March are winding down. I keep saying, or wanting to say February. It's definitely March. Time is slipping past me. The first quarter of the year is already up. What are we supposed to do, folks? Time just keeps racing by. We're all gonna die soon. What are we doing with our time? Well, I'll tell you what we're doing today. We are beginning the deconstruction and complete transformation of the Yates Estates into the Yates Estate. All right? I've recently gone back to and have been listening to the audiobooks for the Belgariad, which is a fantasy series that I listened to for the first time and only time about a decade ago, and I loved it immensely. And I was like, I'm gonna go back and re-listen to it. And I'm also now reading the Murtag. I always said Murtaugh growing up. It's Murtag. From it's a new book in the Inheritance Cycle, Christopher Paolini. I'm really enjoying that. I'm trying to get back into listening to audiobooks and reading, because I've started rotting my brain on YouTube a lot lately. Ever since I had, like, a number of years ago, I got unlimited data on my phone, and it's just like, oh, I'll just listen to YouTube videos at work all day. And I gotta tell you, folks, if you're just sitting around watching YouTube videos, your brain is shrinking, alright? Not this one. That doesn't count. Howdy Folks content is educational, alright? Stick with it, okay? It's fine. But all of that to say, Faldor's Farm in the Belgariad series is a bit of the inspiration for the Yates Estate, right? Where we're going to have all these people kind of living in this one little compound, this one little enclave, and unlike at Faldor's Farm, although you know what? Zabret probably would have been okay with this, if you know what I'm talking about. We're going to have some breeding pods over here. Okay, we're going to be making a lot of little babies and ferrying a lot more of them back over here to be permanently employed in my little empire. But that's the plan for today. So we're going to head across the way and we're going to start the demolition. We're going to start tearing it down. We got to build a place for everyone to live, and we need more beds over there anyway, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm not going to build a bunch of beds. That'll take up a lot of storage space, but I'm going to bring a whole stack of wool with me, as well as we have to decide what we're going to build this place out of. And look, as much as I do love and adore the pale oak planks, I feel like this is going to be across the way. We need to make it with more sort of local materials. What do they have a lot of over there? They've got the jungle saplings. They're right off of a jungle. So this isn't going to be a fantasy style sort of farmhouse compound situation, even though the inspiration for the idea of having that sort of a situation was Faldor's Farm, obviously. But we're going to be making it a little bit more true to the environment that it is in, and we're going to be moving it off of the beach, and we're going to pretty much be demoing everything. Everything is getting demoed. And also, yeah, we built the portal here for fast travel. That has just not been practical in a while. Now, I have had to come back over here in previous episodes. I don't remember what has already been touched on. But, we originally had this fella sitting in a boat. And he was right up here. And the problem was other things kept getting in the boat with him. Sometimes it would be skeletons. Sometimes it would be other villagers. It got to a point I just had to push him out to sea. But we're going to have a permanent place for him in the near future. So, what I'm looking to do right now is I am looking to build this house not on sands, because that can only end in disaster, right? Don't build your house on the sinking sands, but on the firm foundations of Christ. That's not the exact wordage, but it's close enough that you know what I'm referencing. We're going to build it right over here, in which case we need to clear a lot of this away, and actually maybe right over here, not inside of this little indent. This is a flooding area, is what this is. We want to build it over here, and in that way all the water runoff can... You know how next to every Walmart ever, there is a gigantic pit where all the water goes? This is going to be the gigantic water pit. And also the ocean out there. In the case of like a hurricane, though, the ocean comes up here, and yeah, having it just be slightly more elevated will be useful. But I don't want to go too far away from where we've already got the portal set up, even though we could relocate it and all of that. So we're going to start the process now of basically deconstructing all of this. And then also, we need to sort of get all of the villagers into... I mean, the original plan was to demo the entire village first and have all of the villagers just crammed into a single little area. I brought bones so we could make a bone mill. I didn't mean to bring the nether wart, but here we are. It's too late to roll that back now. And as for trees, we're just going to fell the forest, is what we're going to do. Hello. You're the same guy that's been wandering around here for ages, and I'll tell you why. It's because whenever we leave, he just stays loaded in. right? Or rather, this area gets unloaded, and therefore he's not active long enough for himself to be unloaded. You know what I mean? Like the wandering trader is only supposed to exist for a limited amount of time, but because this area doesn't stay loaded enough for him to unload, he's just always here. He's going to be gone by the end of this video. He's obviously going to wander off to greener pastures, hopefully somewhere where he can kind of make some money, and he doesn't have to worry about the fact that there's a human-pig hybrid wandering around in that village. They've trapped him in a boat, and I can't decide whether or not I should be concerned for the child or for my own safety. Does everyone here turn into a pig-child hybrid? If I stay here long enough, will I become a pig-child hybrid? These are the questions he's asking himself. These are the dark mysteries that he himself is sort of hesitant to learn the truth of, else he become that which he fears the most, which is a human-pig hybrid, and rightfully so. Look, I could keep talking. This could end up a lot like those series of episodes where we were kind of destroying, decommissioning, demolishing the trial chamber, where I just talk nonstop for an hour and a half, and what it is what it is, but we actually only have 2 days left to get this finished, so that we can complete our little check-off list that we're kind of cheesing anyway, because a lot of the tasks we started, we didn't finish. Like, we built the barn and the barnyard, we just didn't finish it. I mean, the barn and the barnyard part is finished, there's just more we want to do to it. Same with the trial spawner chamber trap thing that we built. It is functional, it's working, it's just not, you know, we could make it look nicer. And that's basically going to be the situation here. We got 2 days to effectively build this sort of manor house situation and get all the villagers moved in. And I still don't know what it's going to look like. And I didn't think that I would need to bring, I don't know why, of course this is the case, but I desperately need some sort of stone material for the foundations, and it just didn't occur to me to bring any with me, because I'm a fool, I guess. But we're going to keep bringing down all these trees, and we're going to prance? We're going to prance about like happy souls. But also, we're going to plant some new ones later. We're going to grow some new... Or maybe we'll build our own. Very particularly shaped and crafted sort of jungle trees, right? Ones that... What is jungle wood, anyway? That's not a real type of wood. What is that? That's more of like a category. Like, these are the categories of wood that fall under jungle wood. Jungle wood is not one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like calling Chihuahua a species. Like, no, it's a type of dog. Well, no, it's the opposite of that. It's calling a dog a type of Chihuahua. Like, no, a Chihuahua is a dog. Okay, jungle wood is not itself... No, it's still not quite like that. It's like saying a Chihuahua is a dog, but not being specific about it. And then you go on to... You know what I'm trying to get at here. I don't need to be specific about it. What I do need to do is fell the forests, and then start work on the big construction. Should we build a place out of cobblestone? I've talked to Big Game about how cobblestone is unfairly maligned, and kind of looking at the house now, or the houses that they currently have, they do make extensive use of cobblestone. Oh, look at the babies! Look at them! Aren't they adorable? Should we also maybe make extensive use of cobblestone? Oh, hello, what have we here? Whoa! Okay, this is going to be a nightmare, having this under the estates, so we're going to fill it all back in. Maybe not with dirt, now that I think about it. Maybe we need to go get some proper building materials and bring them back with us. But I'm going to collect all of this. I'll go ahead and use Lucky, because we're heading right back home anyway. We'll just drop all this back off. Yeah, we're going to have to head back to shore. Back to the mainland, so to speak. Not back to shore, because that makes no sense. Not even back to the mainland. We're on the mainland. We're going back to our island home is what we're doing. But I'm going to drop off our 3... boxes here that we're going to be using for sort of storage, and leave behind the jungle wood and the saplings and all of this stuff that we might need in the future. All the rest of this is coming home with me. We'll leave the dirt. Yeah, okay, there we go. But we'll bring back some more materials, drop the rest of this off, try to keep our inventory a little clean. Figure out, like, are we actually gonna use cobblestone? Again, unfairly maligned cobblestone. I feel like maybe now is a good opportunity for us to stand up for it. I think we're gonna do it. I think I've just decided that I'm going to set myself the task of using cobblestone, and may the good Lord in heaven have mercy upon mine soul for this decision. But I'm gonna send it. All right, I'm gonna try. What happens, happens. You really only need the one rocket, unless you want like a bunch of speed. So let's fill the hole. I love that I started this video off declaring that we were gonna do the demolition with so much confidence. And now, and look, I had intended to, but it definitely looks like today we're doing the construction. And then maybe tomorrow we'll be moving the villagers in and then demolishing their house. It depends on how much we get done today, honestly. You know, I made sure that I had plenty of time for this project when I sat down. I didn't want this to be another one of those episodes where I get started thinking it's going to take so long, and then it takes so much longer, and then I'm starting to go crazy by the end of it. I wanted to avoid that, and it looks like we're hopefully going to. But let's lay the foundations of this place. 425. 25 blocks. So this is going to be both for the house and the outer wall. 25 might not be far enough. That's 33, which may be enough. Oh! Hey, fellas! Sorry, I wasn't trying to ignore you, I just didn't realize you were over there. I was busy counting. I apologize. Stay there, I've got... Hold on. This... one moment, please. Uno momento, por favor. What do you know? I guess they, habla español. That or they were just very baffled by my words and decided to give me the benefit of the doubt. Alright, we're on! Let's go! What do you know? Oh, shoot! Haha! 0 damage taken. Perfect run. Also, at some point, we're gonna have to drink this here at the estates and start some sort of a conflict with these individuals, which could end up being a little bit of a spooky encounter, so 34, 35. Alright, 35. And then we want this side to be an even number, so we can have big double doors on the front of the place. 50. Did they just breed? Are they breeding over there? All on their own accord? No! I think that means they either don't have enough beds or they ran out of food. It doesn't matter one way or the other, because the estates are coming along. They'll have a place to live and have recreational child making. It's not recreational. There is intention behind it. They need to have the next generation of offspring to work my fields. There we go. So there's our firm foundations. It's got to bring it up level all the way around. Let's get rid of all this grass for now. Apparently, if we had a hoe with fortune on it, we'd be getting so many seeds right now. Not something that I want, but I'm just letting you know. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's time for us to go to bed. I've not noticed the shadows like that before. That's not the sort of thing that happens on our little island. Sorry about this, man. My need is greater than yours. And now we have a gigantic field in which we can begin participating in activities. Oh, hi. Welcome. Welcome. This is going to be where you live. I was just marking the center here. This is where people come in, and these are the great fields, and this up here is going to be the great house. The Yates Estate. He doesn't care yet. He doesn't understand, but he will. The heck? Okay, sure. Hey, what's up? This is going to be the front porch here. See? I know. Good night, sir. Thank you for watching out over the place as we sleep. Oh. Looking for a new career, huh? Yeah, that's probably going to get broken here in a bit and shuffled over. Why do you have damage? You been doing some dangerous stuff around here, man? Hey, look, it's me. Well, there's more of them now. They're multiplying. Why are there so many of these guys around here? It's not like there are monsters. I'm constantly sleeping. Okay, well, that's a letdown. It's turning into something down here. It's certainly turning into something. Well, I had every opportunity while I was back home to get scaffolding, and I just completely forgot and neglected. Alright, that's what the doors look like now. Not too bad. Well, that's a little tall. Okay, that's it. Alright, I had to come back and get these. I'm starting to lose my mind. I need to be able to climb. So we're gonna have the roof come out over the porch here like this. I'm trying to, like, frame up the roof because that's going to inform how the rest of the building looks. I'm concernedly running out of jungle planks. We're gonna have to go cut down more of the jungle, which is fine. I'll fell all the rainforests for my construction projects. I'm just saying it's gonna be a bit pesky. Considering I started with no clear idea of what I was building, which is common, I realize. Here's the thing. It's not that I can't picture things in my mind. I've seen the meme. I know there are people out there who can't picture the apple. Not only can I picture the apple, I can picture the apple in real space, on my desk in front of me. I'm looking at it right now, in the real world. It's got arms and legs and big anime eyes, and it's doing a little jig with tap shoes, and it's got one of those little canes, and it's singing, and it's winking. I'm uncomfortable now with what I myself have imagined. I can do that. But in Minecraft, picturing what I'm gonna build, it's just vibes. I think because maybe, I don't know why. I've tried to figure this out before. It's like, why can't I imagine what I want to build in Minecraft? And I've yet to figure out why. I have no idea why that is. Well, I've run out now of scaffolds, and I need more, and I need to sleep. Ow. Oh, I've got 64 left. That ought to be enough. We could make more, but I don't feel like it. I have more or less an idea now of what the roof is going to look like. To be honest, okay, listen. Yes, this is more or less what I had pictured. I had pictured a big house with a big front like this. I don't even know what to call this, but the sort of, I know what this is called. I know, gable? Like a big gable, Anne of Green, right out front here. A big Anne of Green right at the front, and then a big double door. I don't know exactly how I want this to look. The problem is, like, I can picture the front of it with big windows and big wood framing, but then sometimes you actually build it and it doesn't quite look right because it's Minecraft and there's sort of limitations there. Some people can build seeing the limitations. I'm not one of them. I don't see the limitations until I start building. That's what it is. It's not that I don't know what I want to build, it's that I don't know if it's possible with the mechanics available to me. It's starting to look like something. Oop, that was a risky maneuver. 23 is not enough. I've lost track of how many nights have passed. I actually don't know, but I've been here a long time. Okay. Oh, I gotta stop falling. You know what? I see sometimes people will mix different types of stairs for the roofs and get sort of different patterns, and I think this might work well with birch. But I don't have a lot of birch, and there's not a lot of birch around. Acacia might look interesting as well. Let's head back. We're going back to the house. So let's see. Acacia. Yeah, I mean, depending on the look you want to go for, those two go together. Obviously, everything looks good with pale oak, right? Like, those two go so well together. Regular oak. Something could be done there. But what about birch? There's something there. There's something there. Here's what I did. Here's what I got. Wow, that's funny looking there. That's great. Love that. Got a stack of birch logs, a stack of bones, and 6 birch saplings. We're going to plant some over here, and we'll kind of collect them as need be. So we'll just leave those to grow on their own while I sort of experiment up here and see whether or not this is going to end up being something we actually want to invest a lot of time and effort into, creating these birch planks. And yeah, my inventory's full. And yeah, you know what? We ought to just bring one of these over here with us. In fact, I don't know why I've left them all over here this whole time. Makes much more sense to have them where I'm working. Make a stack of these, and we'll kind of see how we feel about it. Please be careful. Maybe. We'll need to build up more. Something like this. Oh, I'm sorry, kid, but I need to sleep. I'm doing hard work out there. It's tough labor building a new house for you. I'm not sure about the pattern I've made, but we'll know better once the roof is finished. And yeah, we still don't have walls, but that's okay. Oh shoot, I've messed up. Yes, indeed, I've messed up. Ooh. Well, that looks real cool, doesn't it? You can't see it behind the water. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. The waterfall is behind where the beam is. It doesn't matter. Let's sleep. Just keep running out of the jungle wood. Okay. The roof isn't finished, though, because things can spawn up here. So we're going to do slabs. I'm going to have slabs of both variety. And again, we'll probably end up redoing the roof at some point, because I don't know how else I want it done. I just know I kind of want it done. And the first batch of trees grew, and I harvested them, and now we're on to batch 2. Looks like I might have to do some forced growth here. Most interestingly for me is that once we're finished with this part of the project, we're basically done. That's not true. No, hold on. That sentence just kind of stopped, and it was also incorrect. We're not basically done. But once we're finished with this part of the project, I guess what I should say, rather, is that the rest of it is going to be super easy and barely an inconvenience. It's just about putting up the walls, and that'll be the place built. Now, I also recognize that that does not mean the construction is finished. Saying construction makes it sound like I'm pulling some kind of an epic con here. I'm not. Nothing sus going on around here. It's just how I chose to pronounce it. I'm going to ask you not to read into it, because there's nothing to it, alright? Sometimes a peculiar pronunciation is just that. It's just a little bit of a peculiar pronunciation, and you needn't read into things. But Once we're finished, we got to work on the inside. We got to build the breeding pods, get the villagers in there, get the beds down. I don't know if we're going to bother with things like bedrooms. I know villagers like doors, so maybe they'd enjoy playing with doors. But it's not something that I'm necessarily pressed on. Also, apparently we can use train track as a method of keeping villagers in place because they won't cross train tracks for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what the technical reason is, but I guess probably so that they don't get in the way of, if you have a cart and you're trying to go in a cart, you don't want to be bumping into the villagers because that would be irksome. So they want to keep the villagers off the tracks. Let's go! Let's go! The roof looks wacky, but what about from a distance? We're gonna find out together. You know, I mean, this is the worst possible way of looking at it because we're moving way too fast. We really need creative flight for this sort of thing. I think it's fine. Oh heavens! Oh good gosh! Yep, no, this was expected. This should have been anticipated. Don't worry, villager man. I'm going to deal with this. I am an expert. Don't panic. I have much experience in dealing with these creatures, and I've brought many torches, none of which I have deployed until now. We want to light this place up properly. We want to have, like, lanterns, you know? We don't want open flames around the villagers having help us. Something like that. Is the wood weird looking up at the front here? Like the oak log, should that be cobblestone or some other type of stone pillars? I feel like those stand out a little bit in an odd way, but we're not going to do anything about it right now. We're just going to kind of boldly charge forward, but I definitely feel like maybe it's not quite right. But also, we have more of it, so what if instead we doubled down? Wouldn't that be a funny, wacky time if instead of fixing our mistake, we doubled down? Could be. Could be funny. Could be bad. I just think I need somewhere to hang a couple of lanterns. Hopefully I don't have to go collect any more jungle wood, because I grow weary of collecting jungle wood. Honestly. The heck? Oh, geez, I didn't realize it had gotten dark. I'm gonna do the interior ceiling all 100% as birch stair, just for the sake of contrast. I gotta stop doing that. I think I need all of these inside, and I can pretty safely break them right now, because I'm pretty sure we're done outside. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've once again messed up somehow. Look at the house. It's not right. It's not right. That should be like this here, and it isn't. So that looks like that there, right? With the little framing situation going on. Whereas on this side, there is no framing situation going on. Dang flabbit, gosh darn it, and dadgummit. Oh, hello. Just in the house, huh? Oh, pale hanging moss would actually be cool, but I know where to get some, and unfortunately for you, I recently lost a lead, so... Gah! So close! Okay, ceiling is finished, the roof is finished, the walls are all that remain. We're gonna have these long, slender windows to either side, and then no windows in the middle. This is an executive decision I've made just now, and will probably change. That's kind of like what we're doing up here, though. We have these long, slender windows, and then we're going to have these big open windows here in sort of a semicircular fashion. Another night. Another night. Videos are done when I say they're done. What? I'm sorry? Wait, what? I'm sorry? Wait, what? What did I just pick up that was new? It was just another tree. What did I just pick up that I gained recipes on? Absolutely nothing. What are you talking about? I'm looking up. It's the same thing that's been in my inventory. Oh, wait a minute. Probably that. Ha! Folks, now that I'm looking at it, I think it might look awful. I think this might be one of the worst things I've ever constructed. I think it's a mess. It's a patchwork. I hate it. I'm not even being hyperbolic. I don't like what I have done. I am looking at what I have wrought with mine own hands, and it is a disaster. It is not good. I think cobblestone was a mistake. We're gonna go home and go to sleep. We're gonna get some glass. We're gonna get a bunch of lanterns and chains, and we're gonna charge forward boldly. We're sticking to it. We're sticking with it. I love my house. I love my barn. I don't know what I did back there, but it's not good. From a distance, it's not bad, right? Like, when you're advancing on it from far away, when you look at it, if you just kind of glance at it, it's like, oh, what a lovely big house there. And it's only as you start to get closer you realize, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Boop. Yeah. You know, it isn't perfect, but maybe over time it'll grow on me. Maybe there's some simple things I can do. Some simple framing techniques we can have to sort of make it pop or be a bit different, or just replace the cobblestone. We'll see, we'll try something in the future. Yeah. That's all them windows. Oh, good rain. Perfect timing as well. Perfect timing, the rain, for this wreck of a house. This mess of a house. Oh, I don't know what to do here. I really don't know what to do. It's alright. It's alright. We're gonna fix it later. Okay. Lanterns and chains. Yeah, I like it up higher. Somehow, that makes it look better. I think it's because it draws your eyes away from the patchwork mess of the house, and instead you're looking at these lovely lanterns. This guy is still here. Do stairs around the brick, and then how many from the ceiling are we gonna go? That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good! Okay, now... Oh, you know what? It's getting dark outside. We should probably go to sleep. Okay, F8. Break all of these. We're gonna do just... And it's not about doing the bare minimum. It's not like we're running out of, but I just want to make sure that we have enough lanterns that things aren't gonna spawn in here at night. Oh! Why? Where did it come from? Did it spawn inside of here? It probably spawned inside of here, to be fair. Probably right here while I was working on the scene. But I've been in here. I've been in here working. Uncalled for, honestly. Okay, things can't spawn in here anymore. Actually, let's get rid of that light and make sure. Yeah. Yeah. The lighting is a little bit off, but it's okay. The final thing we're doing today is the fencing all along the outside here that's going to keep creatures out and keep our citizens in. Permanently. Make sure things don't spawn in here. Alright, this is how we're going to keep people in and out. Hopefully it works on villagers. I don't know why it wouldn't. We've seen villagers get on the other side of these, but then they seem to be stuck. That's why we're going to have two tiers, right? The two separate tiers. That'll be easy for me to get in and out and prevent them from escaping, as well as prevent monsters who shouldn't be able to spawn anywhere inside of here now. Do we do birchwood? Or do we do jungle wood for these walls? I'm picturing the walls now as birchwood instead of jungle. Am I crazy? Am I wrong for picturing that? So I've done one segment with the birch, and I think I like it. I think we're sticking with it. Okay, and then here's the front of it. Again, we're embracing the cobblestone. Is it a mistake? Will we regret it? We're sticking with it! The bell needs to go up here. Oh, it can't, because that's not the actual center. Oh, man. That's fine. Just throw it down right there. I keep running out of birch. It's not growing fast enough. Here's what it looks like without the cap, and I actually kind of like the way that looks. But I feel like the cap is better, and I think also the cap prevents spiders from crawling over, because I think they'll get stuck on the ledge here. I might be wrong. Well, obviously I will be if they just try to crawl over right here, but whatever, it is what it is. See, they'll go through half of it, but they can't seem to get through this direction. They'll go this way, but not this way. Let's see if this guy will come in here if I put down a bed, and then that way he'll stop trying to get out, right? How do you feel about that, dude? It's getting late. It's late in the evening. He's wondering what bed to sleep in. He's just a villager. He's going to bed now, I hope. And now I wonder, as I look at his dumb face, will he please just go to bed? Gosh darn it, I want you to go in there and go to sleep. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Not the best song I've ever written, to be fair. Oh, no! I've effectively set him free. I was trying to figure something out here. Had to invert them, I think, is the issue. So now that... See, that's the issue, though. Now we need these to be here, but they can't be. They're going to be there. And that's necessary. This is necessary for keeping them from going out. But some facing this direction are necessary to keep the... Oh, geez, I'm all confused on what needs to be done now. Here we go. This is how we do it. Okay, so that way, monsters won't come in from out here, and these guys won't go... Okay, the only issue I see with what I've done... Oh yeah, they're still in the boats over there. The only issue with that is that I don't like that it's kind of puckered out a little bit inside of the compound, so I'm gonna flip those around the other way. Oh, I still need to finish the wall too, but I got distracted with this. There we go. That's it. Now it's puckering out. And that should prevent things from going in either direction. We'll lower it, and hopefully that guy comes back over here at some point. Whoa! Just out of nowhere there, buddy. By the way, that's a nice helmet. You're not gonna drop it, though, are you? Nope. 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 Absolutely not. Nope. Not playing these games today. Again. I mean, I guess this entire thing, it's felt like work, but it is... I mean, I am literally playing a game, so... Well, I guess I did it the exact wrong way around, as he has just hopped over. Yep, okay, it's the exact opposite of what needs to be. Pretty sure this is the exact same design as the only problem. I think I think you don't want... I'm not sure what side prevents them from jumping, honestly. I think it does need to be the other way, but wasn't that how I had it earlier? No, they need to be, like, opposing one another. That. And then the same thing here. This ought to do it. This ought to do it. He's never leaving now. I've made sure of it. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. Oh, gee. Now, you see, that's how they get me right there. Me just not paying enough attention. Would you guys like to go in? You're more than welcome. Please, come. Yes. This is where you will be living soon. Come on in. Yes. Welcome. My friends. Oh my gosh, he gives his friends food. I did not realize that. We'll have to build farms in here then for him. We'll have to do that. Make sure he can keep up his career. Automated breeding from the sounds of things. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Yes, indeed. Automated breeding is going to be quite the rage here. Oh no, there's no leaving now. Come on in, cat. Oh, okay. Never mind. Actually, yeah, if we leave that one down and this one up, people can just wander in here, which is ideal because that's what we want. Oh, my friends, there's no leaving now. No! Once you've entered the estate, you're here forever, my friends. You silly fools. You've wandered right into my trap. I'll get you some beds. It'll be fine. You'll love it here. We'll sleep in this bed one more time. And then I'm gonna take all these beds in the house. All of them. Every bed in the village is going to the estate now. Well, no, I have enough inventory room for one of them, but that's okay. Shoot, they could just walk over here and get out. Oh no. We definitely don't want that happening. Yes, there we go. They're never leaving now. Never leaving now, I say! Maybe I understand where the Brachet cub gets it from, you know? Maybe... Maybe if we analyze the source of his mind, you know, if we look if we look at the blueprint, maybe it starts to make a bit more sense. Oh, the wall is complete. I feel like one of them escaped. Oh no, they've resigned themselves to their fate. That's what you want to see right there. Folks, I think that just about does it for now. I think that this is going to be the thumbnail with the villagers in the bottom corner. Comment down below if you watched the whole thing and you noticed before you clicked on the thumbnail the horrified looking villagers concerned about their fate. When we come back tomorrow, the Yates Estates is basically finished. We can go check that off our list, and tomorrow we'll work on breeding pods. Till next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye.